What's going on, everyone? Tonight we're diving into the cosmic showdown of the century. White holes versus black holes. Now, before you get lost in the black velvet of space, thinking one is just an opposite version of the other, let's set the record straight. Most of us have been fed the idea that black holes are these terrifying vacuum cleaners of the universe, gobbling up everything in their path, while white holes are the cosmic fountains of youth, spitting out those lost particles like a cosmic party favor. Spoiler alert, it's a bit more complex than that. We're exploring what these strange celestial phenomena really are. And trust me, the experience is more like navigating a cosmic funhouse than a smooth ride through the stars. Strip away the sci-fi glorifications movies and books fed you. The reality? You wouldn't survive a single encounter with either. Unless, of course, you're a theoretical physicist with a penchant for existential dread. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment, letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. Alright, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover what life is truly like in the shadowy realms of black holes and the enigmatic phenomena that could be white holes. Now, let's start with black holes, those celestial beasts that have inspired both awe and terror since their conceptual inception in the 18th century. The term black hole was coined in 1967 by physicist John Archibald Wheeler, but the idea of a gravitational collapse traces back even further. Imagine a star that runs out of fuel and decides to go out with a bang, literally. The core collapses under its own gravity, creating an event horizon, which is just a fancy way of saying, do not enter. Beyond this point, not even light can escape, hence the name. So if you're thinking of taking a joyride through a black hole, I hate to break it to you, but you'd be the universe's latest cosmic snack. Now, here's where things get a little absurd. And you can't help but chuckle at the irony. Black holes are often associated with doom and gloom. Think cosmic vacuum cleaners that gobble up planets and stars. But let's not forget, they also play a crucial role in galactic formation. Yes, they're the ultimate bad boys of the universe, but they're also the reason galaxies exist in the first place. It's like finding out that the villain in your favorite movie was quietly saving the day while pursuing their own chaotic agenda. Talk about mixed messages. As we dive deeper into black holes, we should also touch on their more peculiar cousin, the white hole. Now, these aren't the friendly, fluffy counterparts you might expect from their name. White holes are theoretical constructs that essentially spew matter and energy out into the universe. They are like the universe's version of a deflating balloon. But instead of air, they release cosmic matter, as if saying, hey, look at all this stuff I don't want anymore. But here's the kicker. While black holes are widely accepted by the scientific community, white holes are more of an I wish it were true fantasy. They appear in some solutions to the equations of general relativity, but no one has ever observed one. It's like believing in unicorns, wonderful and magical. Ultimately, you won't find one grazing on a rainbow in your backyard. Now, let's sprinkle in some of that historical flavor while we're at it. The idea of a white hole emerged in the 1970s when scientists were trying to make sense of black holes. It's a bit like trying to explain a magic trick after you've seen it done. Okay, so the magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat. But what if the rabbit was also a hat? The reality, white holes might just be a theoretical concept that serves as a cosmic what if, rather than a tangible feature of our universe. As the conversation shifts back to black holes, we should address a popular misconception that they can just roam around the universe looking for things to devour. Spoiler, they don't. Most black holes are stationary, lurking at the centers of galaxies, just waiting for unsuspecting stars or gas clouds to wander too close. It's like a cat chilling on the windowsill, waiting for a bird to flutter into view. Let's just say, if you're a star, it's best to keep your distance, unless you want to end up in the cosmic equivalent of a blender. And here's another fun fact. The closest black hole to Earth is about 1,000 light years away. That's roughly 5.878 trillion miles. So if you were thinking about booking a ticket to the Black Hole Express, I'd suggest you reconsider. I mean, can you even imagine the in-flight snacks? Sorry, we ran out of peanuts. Just black hole particles for everyone. As we venture into the cultural practices surrounding these celestial phenomena, it's worth noting how humans have long been obsessed with the mysteries of space. Ancient cultures looked up at the stars and spun tales of gods and creatures dancing among the constellations. The Mayans, for example, were incredibly astute astronomers, tracking celestial bodies with precision that could give modern astronomers a run for their money. They didn't have fancy telescopes, but they knew the cycles of the moon and the significance of solstices, using this knowledge to guide their agricultural practices and religious ceremonies. Fast forward to today, and we still find ourselves drawn to the stories of black holes and white holes, whether in documentaries or sci-fi blockbusters. But while Hollywood might glamorize the idea of space travel through a black hole, think wormholes leading to alternate dimensions, the truth is far less romantic. If you were to fall into a black hole, you'd experience a delightful phenomenon known as spaghettification. Sounds fun, right? That's where the gravitational forces stretch you out like a piece of spaghetti until you're nothing more than a celestial noodle. So, in case you were hoping for a smooth, comfy ride, you might want to reconsider. Now, let's not forget the bizarre irony that brings us back to the concept of white holes. If black holes are the ultimate vacuum cleaners of the universe, white holes could be seen as cosmic recycling bins, except we've never actually found one. It's like waiting for the recycling truck that never comes. You keep putting your empty bottles and cans out, but your trash just sits there, untouched. This leads to a fascinating discussion about the nature of scientific theories and how they evolve, or sometimes devolve, over time. Theories come and go, sometimes ending up as one-liners at the Cosmic Comedy Club. So, a black hole walks into a white hole, and nothing happens because we've never seen the latter. It's a reminder that our understanding of the universe is always in flux, and that what we accept as truth today may be met with skepticism tomorrow. Speaking of skepticism, let's dive into some common misconceptions that people have about these celestial wonders. One popular myth is that black holes are giant cosmic vacuum cleaners that are actively pulling everything in their vicinity. While they do exert a significant gravitational pull, black holes are not on a mission to gobble up the universe. It's more like they're the gravitational equivalent of that one friend who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. If you get too close, you may find yourself pulled into their orbit, but they aren't actively seeking you out. Another misconception is that all black holes are the same. In reality, there are several types of black holes: stellar black holes, supermassive black holes, and even primordial black holes, which may have formed in the early universe. Each type has its own formation process and properties, making the black hole family tree a bit more complicated than you might think. It's a cosmic soap opera with backstories and conflicts that even the most seasoned writers would struggle to keep track of. And before we wrap up this section, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer absurdity of attempting to understand it all. Imagine explaining the complexities of black holes to someone from the 18th century. So, you see, when a massive star dies, it collapses into a point of infinite density called a singularity, and then it creates a region of space where the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing can escape, not even light. I can just picture their bewildered faces, probably thinking, "You mean to tell me I've wasted my life learning how to spin wool when I could have been pondering the void instead?" As we begin to round off this segment, remember that the cosmos is a mysterious, chaotic expanse filled with wonders and oddities, just waiting to be explored. Black holes and, theoretically, white holes are just two pieces of a much larger puzzle that challenge our understanding of physics, time, and even existence itself. So buckle up, because we're just getting started on this cosmic journey. In the next segment, we'll unravel more about the implications of black holes on time and space, and even touch on how they relate to some of the weirdest phenomena in the universe. Trust me, it's a ride you won't want to miss. What's going on, everyone? Tonight, we're diving into the cosmic dance of black holes and the elusive white holes. Forget everything you think you know about these celestial phenomena. Sure, you've probably seen them in movies or heard them referenced in sci-fi shows, but let's be real. Those dramatizations are like using a black light to see a beautiful painting. You might recognize the outlines, but the details are often lost in the glow of myth. In reality, the experience of encountering these astronomical giants is far more mind-boggling than Hollywood lets on. Strip away the heroic astronauts and flashy explosions movies fed you. The reality, you wouldn't survive a single trip near one of these space oddities, and you'd probably make a pretty sad spectacle of yourself doing so. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. All right, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover what life was truly like back then, their existence, their cosmic behaviors, and how myths about them have morphed over the centuries. The basics. What are black holes and white holes? Let's kick things off with black holes. These gravitational monsters form when a massive star exhausts its nuclear fuel and collapses under its own weight. Think of it as the universe's way of reminding us that sometimes even the brightest stars burn out to nothing. Now, picture this: a region of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. Pretty terrifying, right? On the flip side, we have white holes, essentially the theoretical opposites of black holes. While black holes suck everything in, white holes are posited to spew matter out. It's like the universe's cosmic no-entry sign. But here's where it gets more interesting. No one has ever observed a white hole. Some physicists argue they're pure speculation, like those mythical creatures that your friend claims to have seen but could never quite catch on camera. Cultural practices and cosmic beliefs. Now, let's take a stroll down history lane. Cultures throughout the ages have pondered the cosmos, weaving tales about the stars, moon, and everything in between. Ancient civilizations often saw black holes as portals to other realms. The ancient Greeks, for instance, believed in the concept of chaos, an abyss from which everything arose. Little did they know, they were just flirting with the idea of black holes long before Einstein made it fashionable. Similarly, in some indigenous cultures, celestial phenomena were seen as the work of spirits or gods. The notion of a black hole could easily fit into a narrative about a god that devours stars, or a monstrous entity lurking in the cosmos, waiting to snatch up unsuspecting celestial bodies. Now that's a thrilling bedtime story, isn't it? Just imagine little ones sleeping under the stars, convinced that next time they peek through the telescope, they might find a ravenous cosmic monster. Misconceptions and modern science. Fast forward to today, and black holes are still shrouded in mystery, much like that one uncle who shows up uninvited to every family gathering. We finally captured the first images of a black hole thanks to the Event Horizon Telescope, and it was a groundbreaking achievement. Yet many misconceptions persist. For example, not all black holes are created equal. There are stellar black holes, formed from collapsing stars, and supermassive black holes, which can contain millions or even billions of solar masses. You know, just a casual few billion times heavier than our sun. One of the interesting ironies of this is that while black holes are often depicted as all-consuming monsters, they actually play a vital role in our universe. They help regulate star formation. You could almost say they keep the cosmic ecosystem in check. Imagine if we had a black hole in our backyard enforcing rules. No partying after 10 p.m. or else. Human nature remains consistent across time. Fear of the unknown is as old as civilization itself. Just as ancient cultures crafted myths around the stars, modern-day discourse often involves sensationalizing black holes. But here's the kicker. While we're over here worrying about black holes swallowing up the universe, we're completely ignoring the fact that supernovae, explosions of dying stars, can obliterate entire solar systems in a single instant. Talk about an existential crisis. Human nature, our cosmic curiosity. Speaking of existential crises, let's discuss our insatiable curiosity. Throughout history, humans have gazed up at the stars and wondered about their place in the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians built pyramids aligned with celestial bodies, believing these alignments connected them to the afterlife. Fast forward to today, and we're still looking for meaning in the stars. Just take a peek at your social media feed. Everyone's posting their astrology charts like they hold the secrets to life itself. But it's not just about the stars. Our fascination with black holes reflects our deeper need to understand the universe and our place within it. We want to believe we're not just insignificant specks of stardust floating in a vast void. The irony? In the grand scale of the universe, our worries about black holes seem downright petty. It's like worrying about a paper cut while your house is burning down. The absurdities of scientific discovery. Now let's get a little absurd. You might think a white hole sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi novel, but it was actually conceived from Einstein's theory of relativity. However, white holes haven't made a grand appearance in our universe. It's like waiting for a superhero to show up, but only getting a sidekick instead. Physicists have tried to reconcile black holes with quantum mechanics, leading to theories that suggest they might not even exist in the way we think. This brings us to the paradox of black holes. If something falls into a black hole, what happens to the information about that matter? It's a conundrum that has left some of the brightest minds scratching their heads. It's like getting into a heated debate over whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Arguments for and against can get intense, and nobody seems to reach a conclusion. Ironies of existence, the cosmic connection. Now let's pivot to the human experience. We've got this endless quest for knowledge about black holes, yet in many ways, it mirrors our day-to-day lives. We often get caught up in our own black holes of stress, anxiety, and existential dread. Just as a black hole pulls everything into its gravitational field, our worries can pull us into a spiral of negativity. But the absurdity doesn't end there. While scientists grapple with black holes, everyday folks are busy navigating their own personal space mysteries. Your neighbor might be trying to figure out why their car won't start, which feels like a black hole of frustration, while your friend is fretting over their love life, another cosmic puzzle wrapped in uncertainty. From past to present, the continuum of cosmic thought, the interesting connection between the past and present, is how our understanding of black holes and cosmic phenomena has evolved. Once viewed through a lens of mythology, now explored using advanced mathematics and technology, the way we interpret the cosmos reflects a broader journey of human thought. We've gone from gods and monsters to equations and theories. But let's not forget the humorous side of it. Sometimes, life feels like one giant cosmic joke, doesn't it? You study black holes for years, only to realize you've been trapped in your own inescapable gravity well of existential dread. Who would have thought that the secrets of the universe could lead to a midlife crisis? Closing thoughts for now. As we continue our exploration of black holes and white holes, remember that they are more than just cosmic entities. They are reflections of our fears, curiosities, and the absurdities of existence. Our fascination with these phenomena connects us to our ancient ancestors who gazed up at the stars, wondering what lay beyond. So buckle up, because we're just getting started. Next, we'll dive into how these cosmic phenomena have influenced human culture, art, and philosophy. And we'll decode absurd myths that have arisen around them. Spoiler alert, Expect more cosmic irony and maybe a few laughs along the way. Stay tuned, and don't forget to drop a comment about your thoughts on black holes. Are you terrified, fascinated, or a little bit of both? Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies and your mind open to the wonders of the universe. What's going on, everyone? Tonight, we're diving into the cosmic dance of black holes and the elusive mysteries of white holes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Black holes are terrifying. How could anything possibly be worse? But here's a reality check. While black holes are the cosmic vacuum cleaners of the universe, white holes are like that overly enthusiastic friend who just can't stop talking about their weekend. Spoiler alert, they only exist in theory. So, we're exploring what these phenomena really mean for our understanding of the universe. Strip away the flashy sci-fi movies and sensational books that fed your imagination. The reality? You wouldn't survive a single encounter with either of them. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into the cosmos's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. All right, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover the cosmic chaos of black holes and their hypothetical counterparts, the white holes. Black holes, the party poopers of space. Let's face it, black holes are the ultimate cosmic party poopers. They suck in everything, light, matter, even time itself, so much so that anything getting too close is, well, sucked into their gravitational pull. Imagine you're at a party, and there's that one friend who just can't stop hogging the snacks. Hey, get your hands off that guacamole, it's for everyone. But black holes? They don't care about sharing. They just want to consume everything in sight. And they do it with such efficiency that it's both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The term black hole was coined by physicist John Archibald Wheeler in the year 1967. But the concept dates back even further. Einstein's theory of general relativity laid the groundwork for black holes back in the year 1915. Yet, despite this scientific pedigree, many misconceptions linger. For starters, you won't just fall into a black hole if you casually stroll into space. Thankfully, they're not lurking around every corner of the universe. They're actually quite rare. The nearest one is about 1,000 light years away, which is roughly 5.878 trillion miles. So if you're planning on taking a day trip, I'd recommend something a little more terrestrial. But let's dig deeper into the absurdity of black holes. Did you know that if you were to approach a black hole, things would get a bit weird? As you get closer, you'd experience something called spaghettification. Yes, you heard that right. It sounds like a trendy Italian dish, but it's really a process where the immense gravitational forces stretch you into a long, thin shape, like spaghetti. Hey, I'm just trying to enjoy the universe, you might shout. But alas, gravity isn't known for its empathy. Picture a white hole as a cosmic fountain, one that spews out matter instead of sucking it in. Theoretically, they are solutions to Einstein's equations, just like their black hole cousins. But nobody has ever observed one. They remain a delightful little puzzle for astrophysicists, akin to that one elusive sock that disappears in the laundry. The idea of white holes came into prominence in the 1970s when experts began exploring the implications of time travel in black holes. Just like unicorns, white holes are largely mythical. They would require conditions that don't exist in our universe, and their stability is questionable at best. So while we can dream about them, the truth is that they might just remain a figment of our imaginations. Like that one cousin who says they'll definitely show up to family dinner, but never does. Cultural practices and social aspects of cosmic thought. Now, let's take a moment to consider how these cosmic phenomena reflect human thought and culture. Throughout history, the stars and the universe have inspired countless myths, stories, and practices. Ancient cultures were quick to assign personalities to heavenly bodies, often depicting them as gods or guiding spirits. The ancient Greeks, for instance, personified celestial bodies in their mythology. They looked up at the night sky and saw not just stars, but deities that influenced their everyday lives. Ares, the god of war, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Fast forward to today, and we're still hunting for meaning in the cosmos, though our methods have become a tad more scientific. This anthropomorphism of the universe reflects a fundamental aspect of human nature, the desire to find patterns and meanings in chaos. Just as ancient astronomers looked to the heavens for guidance, modern scientists peer into the depths of space, searching for answers to existence. Although we now rely on telescopes and mathematics, the underlying curiosity remains unchanged. It's a cosmic game of connect the dots, and sometimes we connect the wrong dots. This brings us back to black holes and white holes, which, in a way, are metaphors for the human experience. Just like we grapple with the things we can't control, be it our fast-spinning lives or our tendency to eat an entire pizza by ourselves, black holes represent the inevitability of certain forces in the universe. Meanwhile, the elusive white holes symbolize the fleeting moments of creativity and inspiration that burst forth unexpectedly. Misconceptions and absurdities in cosmic understanding. Now, let's address some of the misconceptions that swirl like cosmic dust around black holes and white holes. One common myth is that black holes are like cosmic vacuum cleaners that can simply suck in everything nearby. While they have an impressive gravitational pull, they're not just indiscriminately gobbling up everything in their vicinity. They need to be close enough to exert that pull. This misconception can lead folks to think they're in imminent danger of being swallowed by the nearest black hole, which is, quite frankly, not the case. On the flip side, white holes also come with their own set of absurdities. The idea that they could spew matter into our universe assumes an incredibly stable set of conditions, something we simply don't observe. If a white hole did exist, it would likely be an unstable and chaotic entity, leaving behind a trail of cosmic mess rather than a neatly packaged gift of stars and planets. So if you're waiting for a white hole to deliver the next big cosmic jackpot, you might be left with nothing but crumbled hopes and possibly a few random particles. Connections between past and present in cosmic thought. Now let's take a step back and consider how these cosmic notions connect us to our past and inform our present. The fascination with black holes isn't just a modern-day phenomenon. It has roots in ancient philosophies and questions about existence. For centuries, humans have peered up at the stars, grappling with the eternal mysteries of life and death. Take the Mayans, for instance, who meticulously mapped the stars and associated celestial phenomena with agricultural cycles and spiritual beliefs. They were the original cosmic cartographers, trying to make sense of the universe. And in doing so, they enriched their culture and way of life. Fast forward to today, and while our tools for exploring the cosmos have advanced light years ahead, pun intended, our thirst for knowledge remains unchanged. We're still looking to the universe for answers about our origins, our destinies, and even our very presence on this pale blue dot we call home. This quest for understanding also highlights a fundamental irony in human nature. We often seek comfort in knowledge, but the more we learn about the universe, the more questions we have. It's a bit like opening a can of worms and finding more worms inside. There's always another layer to peel back. And yet, this quest is what drives us forward, pushing the boundaries of science and philosophy alike, the human experience across time. Let's not forget that while we're busy theorizing about black holes and white holes, the human experience has remained a tapestry of absurdities and ironies throughout history. People have always been drawn to the cosmos, whether it's to seek guidance, find a sense of purpose, or simply to stare in wonder. Consider the age-old practice of astrology, where people look to the stars for guidance on everything from love to career choices. While modern science doesn't support these beliefs, there's something undeniably comforting about the idea that the position of celestial bodies can influence our lives. It's a timeless quest for connection, a way to find meaning in the chaos of existence, whether it's through gazing at the night sky or scrolling through horoscopes on social media. In many ways, the fascination with black holes and white holes mirrors our intrinsic desire for understanding. Just as the cosmos can seem chaotic and unpredictable, so too can our lives. We grapple with the forces that pull us in different directions: family expectations, societal pressures, and the occasional existential crisis. Yet, through it all, we find ways to make sense of our experiences, using humor, philosophy, or a good old-fashioned stargazing session. The cosmic ironies of existence. As we continue to peel back the layers of our understanding, let's explore some cosmic ironies that emerge when we consider black holes and white holes. For starters, the fact that black holes can trap light, yet are so fundamental to our comprehension of the universe, is a delightful contradiction. It's almost like the universe is playing a cosmic game of hide and seek, where the most fundamental aspects of existence hide behind the curtain of darkness. Moreover, the notion that white holes might exist as a counterbalance to black holes brings to light the absurdity of our quest for equilibrium. We often seek balance in our lives, and yet life is inherently chaotic. Just when you feel like you've got everything figured out, life throws you a curveball, like your cat knocking over a glass of water when you're on a video call. These cosmic phenomena echo the human experience in unexpected ways. Life can feel like a mix of black hole moments, where everything seems to be collapsing, and fleeting white hole instances, where inspiration bursts forth out of nowhere, leaving you scrambling to capture it. It's a wild ride, folks, and one that's as unpredictable as the universe itself. So, as we dive deeper into the cosmos, let's embrace both the chaos of black holes and the whimsical notion of white holes. They remind us that the universe is vast and mysterious, filled with wonders and absurdities that defy our comprehension. And as we continue to explore these cosmic enigmas, let's not forget to take a moment to appreciate the beauty of our own existence, quirks, dark humor, and all. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. Next, we'll unravel the mind-bending implications of time travel and wormholes. Because who wouldn't want to hop into a cosmic shortcut? What's going on, everyone? Tonight we're diving into the cosmic showdown of the century. Black holes versus white holes. Now, you might think black holes are the ultimate villains of the universe. Everything gets sucked into them, and they're like the celestial equivalent of that one friend who just never lets you leave the party. But hold on a second. Here comes the reality check. While black holes are terrifying in their ability to trap anything that gets too close, white holes are like black holes' much less popular, more misunderstood siblings. We're exploring what these cosmic phenomena really are, how they fit into our understanding of the universe, and what the experience of encountering them might actually be like. If you could somehow survive, strip away the romanticized versions of interstellar travel that sci-fi movies and books fed you. The reality? You wouldn't survive a single encounter with either of these cosmic beasts. But hey, isn't that just like life? But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. All right, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover what life in the cosmos and its oddities looks like. The black hole basics. Let's start with black holes. You probably already know the basics. They're regions in space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. You might imagine them as these giant cosmic vacuums lurking in the darkness, just waiting to snatch up unsuspecting stars and spaceships. And while that image is certainly effective, black holes are far more complex than that. The first misconception to tackle is the idea that black holes are just some gaping voids in space, like that endless abyss under your bed where you never dare to look. In reality, black holes are formed from the remnants of massive stars that have collapsed under their own gravity during a supernova explosion. That's right, these cosmic monsters are born from stars that at one point shone brilliantly in the night sky. Talk about a dramatic fall from grace. Now, it's easy to think of black holes as the bad guys in our galactic narrative. But here's the twist. They play a crucial role in the universe's evolution. For instance, the supermassive black hole at the center of our own Milky Way, known as Sagittarius A star, helps to stabilize the orbits of the stars around it, keeping our galaxy in order. So while they might seem like celestial bullies, they're also the universe's way of keeping things organized. Like that one meticulous friend who always rearranges the furniture in your living room. even if you didn't ask them to. Chapter Cultural Perceptions of Black Holes. Interestingly, black holes have sparked a lot of cultural interest. They're often depicted in literature and cinema as the ultimate mystery of the universe. Remember that classic movie, Interstellar? It's like a cosmic love letter to black holes, exploring not just their physical properties, but also their philosophical implications. The idea that time bends and warps around them lends a romantic twist to what is otherwise a terrifying concept. Kinda like telling a scary story by the campfire, but using way too many metaphors about love and loss. However, if we look back in history, the perception of black holes was quite different. In ancient cultures, celestial bodies were often viewed in a mythological context. For instance, many societies believed that stars were the souls of the departed, shining down on the living. Black holes? Not so much. They didn't really fit into the narrative of shining souls. Instead, they might have been interpreted as the dark realms where souls go to vanish forever. Fast forward to the Age of Enlightenment and scientific discovery, and black holes were still largely misunderstood. The term black hole was actually coined in 1967 by physicist John Archibald Wheeler, which seems absurdly late, right? It's like discovering a new species of dinosaur in the modern era and naming it T-Rex 2.0 after someone had already made a ton of movies about dinosaurs. The Great White Hole Debate. Now, let's switch gears and talk about white holes. You might be wondering, what in the cosmos is a white hole? Good question. White holes are essentially the theoretical opposites of black holes, places where matter and energy spew out instead of getting sucked in. If black holes are the universe's vacuum cleaners, white holes are more like cosmic fountains, gushing forth material and light from their depths. But here's where it gets even wackier. While black holes have been observed and studied extensively, white holes are purely hypothetical. They exist in the equations of general relativity, but there's no observational evidence for their existence. You know that feeling when you've heard about the perfect party, but never actually got an invite? That's white holes in the realm of physics. This leads to an interesting irony. Black holes have become a source of endless fascination in popular culture, while their hypothetical counterparts are hardly mentioned. It's like how everyone knows the name of the lead singer in a famous band, but no one remembers the backup singers who definitely have some killer talent. Wouldn't it be fun to imagine what a white hole party would be like? Populating a black hole with the music of black holes might just lead to an explosion of creativity, loud and chaotic, with plenty of unexpected surprises, misconceptions, and absurdities. Now, let's dive into some of the scientific misconceptions surrounding black holes and white holes. One common myth is that if you fall into a black hole, you'd simply be crushed to death by its immense gravity. While that might sound logical, the truth is a bit more bizarre. If you were to fall into a black hole, you would experience what scientists call spaghettification. Yes, you heard me right, spaghettification. This delightful term refers to the stretching of objects due to the extreme gravitational forces near a black hole, pulling you apart like a piece of pasta. Talk about a way to go. If you think about it, it's almost poetic, dying while being turned into a cosmic noodle. Next time you're at an Italian restaurant, just imagine what could happen if you fell into a black hole. On the flip side, there's also the misconception that white holes could act as escape routes from black holes. The logic goes something like this. If black holes suck everything in, maybe white holes could spit everything back out. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. The math suggests that even though white holes are theoretically possible, they're likely unstable and would quickly collapse or explode. Wow, so much for that escape plan. Cultural practices and human nature. Let's take a moment to step back and consider the cultural implications of these cosmic entities. Throughout history, humans have always looked to the stars for answers, and black holes and white holes are no exception. Different cultures have woven narratives around celestial phenomena, often using them to explain the unexplainable. For instance, ancient Greek philosophers pondered the nature of the universe. And you can bet that black holes, as terrifying voids that seem to consume everything, would have sparked some intense debates over wine and olives. Philosophers like Aristotle might have argued whether black holes were nature's way of punishing the stars for not shining bright enough. Fast forward to today, and we still see similar patterns in how we respond to the unknown. Black holes evoke both fear and fascination, much like how we respond to the vastness of the ocean or the depths of the human psyche. There's something inherently human about our need to explore, to understand, and sometimes to mythologize. Consider this. While we may no longer believe that stars are the souls of the deceased, we still hold on to the notion of cosmic significance. The discovery of black holes has reignited our curiosity about the universe, inciting various cultural expressions, from art to literature. When we face the unknown, whether it's a black hole or a personal challenge, we create stories around them. The ironies of science. The more we learn, the more we realize how little we actually understand. The quest to understand black holes has led to some absurd discoveries. For instance, physicists are still grappling with how to reconcile general relativity, Einstein's grand theory of gravity, with quantum mechanics, which governs the behavior of particles. It's like trying to mix oil and water, or dare I say, cats and dogs. As we push the boundaries of our understanding, we often stumble upon bizarre phenomena. For example, did you know that there are black holes that aren't even holes at all? That's right. Some black holes, especially the types known as Hawking radiation, can actually emit particles. It's like finding out that your vacuum cleaner can also brew coffee. Connections between past and present. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of black holes and white holes, we see connections to the past. Humans have always been captivated by the cosmos, and our understanding of black holes reflects our evolving relationship with the universe. The shift from mythological interpretations of celestial bodies to scientific inquiry shows our desire to make sense of the complexities around us. Today, as we explore the theory of white holes, we draw on the knowledge of those who came before us. Think about ancient astronomers who gazed up at the night sky, trying to decipher what lay beyond. Our modern understanding of black holes and white holes is built on the shoulders of giants, those who first dared to ask questions and seek answers. And it's not just the scientific community that's engaged in this exploration. Artists, writers, and thinkers continue to weave the narrative of black holes and white holes into our cultural fabric. From science fiction novels to blockbuster films, the story of these cosmic entities inspires creativity and imagination, proving that the universe is not just a cold void, but a realm full of wonder and intrigue. Final thoughts. So, as we wrap up this cosmic exploration of black holes and white holes, it's essential to acknowledge the absurdities and ironies that come with our quest for understanding. We've gone from being terrified of the dark to trying to quantify the very nature of existence. Now that's a glow-up. We've seen how misconceptions persist, how cultural practices reflect our fascination, and how the struggle to comprehend the cosmos is as human as it gets. Whether you find yourself drawn to the mysterious allure of black holes or the theoretical promise of white holes, remember that both are part of the grand tapestry of our universe, and perhaps even a reflection of ourselves. But hold on, the cosmic journey is far from over. Stay tuned for the next part of our series, where we'll delve into the connection between black holes and time travel. Trust me, you won't want to miss the wild ride ahead. Until then, keep gazing at the stars. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more cosmic adventures. Thanks for tuning in. What's going on, everyone? Tonight, we're diving into the cosmic tug-of-war between black holes and their elusive counterparts, white holes. Now, before you start imagining an epic space duel worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster, let's hit pause on those glamorous visuals. Spoiler alert, the reality is a lot less glamorous than we'd like to think. While black holes have long captured our imagination as the universe's ultimate vacuum cleaners, sucking in everything within their gravitational grasp, white holes are still more of a theoretical concept, often relegated to the realm of science fiction and speculative physics. But don't let that fool you. The truth behind these cosmic phenomena is just as wild and mind-bending as any sci-fi plot. Strip away the sci-fi magic and romanticized versions that movies like to feed you about cosmic phenomena. And the reality? You wouldn't survive a single encounter with either of these phenomena. I mean, one could turn you into a spaghetti noodle, while the other might as well be the universe's way of telling you, nope, not today. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. All right, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover what life in the cosmos is truly like. The dark side, black holes. Let's start with black holes. Imagine a region in space where the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape from it. Sounds daunting, right? Well, black holes are born from the death of massive stars, collapsing in on themselves under their own gravity. It's like the universe's way of throwing a dramatic farewell party. Only instead of confetti, you get a cosmic black hole that warps time and space. Now, here's where we hit a snag with misconceptions. For years, people thought black holes were just these monstrous vacuum cleaners, gobbling up everything in sight. Sure, they're incredibly powerful. But not every black hole is just lurking around like a cosmic predator waiting to pounce. In fact, they're more like that friend who only comes out of their room for pizza. They only get to feast when conditions are just right. Interestingly, the term black hole was first coined in 1967 by physicist John Archibald Wheeler. Before that, the phenomenon was referred to as frozen stars or even collapsars. You know, because nothing screams frozen more than an object that could theoretically consume you whole. But let's take a moment to appreciate the absurdity of human nature here. We've spent centuries looking up at the stars, dreaming of exploration and connection. Yet in reality, we're completely terrified of the cosmos. The irony isn't lost on us. We romanticize the idea of space travel, but the moment we realize there are giant, light-sucking voids scattered throughout the universe, we collectively back away and start binge-watching more documentaries about puppies. The theoretical bright side, white holes. Now, let's introduce white holes, the theoretical counterparts to black holes. If black holes are the universe's vacuum cleaners, white holes are like that annoying friend who insists on only giving you the most extravagant party invitations and never actually shows up. They're a bit of a head-scratcher for physicists, as they don't seem to exist in reality, at least not yet. White holes are predicted to spew out matter and energy, essentially the opposite of black holes. While black holes devour everything, white holes would hypothetically allow everything to escape. Picture a cosmic fountain of matter, gushing out stars, planets, and maybe even a few stray cats. Because why not? The irony here is rich. Our imaginations have crafted a phenomenon that, while theoretically possible, has yet to find a single confirmed instance in the entire universe. It's like creating a legendary creature, only to realize everyone just made it up to win trivia nights. In fact, some theories suggest that white holes could be connected to black holes via wormholes, creating a sort of cosmic highway. The idea is that you could enter a black hole and emerge from a white hole in a completely different part of the universe. Sounds great in theory, right? But let's be real. If black holes turn you into spaghetti, the odds of returning from a white hole with your sanity intact are, well, slim to none. Cultural practices and cosmic perspectives. Now, let's pivot a little and consider how these cosmic phenomena connect to human culture. Throughout history, humans have been fascinated by the stars, interpreting celestial events as omens or messages from the gods. Ancient civilizations, like the Babylonians and Greeks, gazed up at the night sky and spun tales of constellations and planetary movements that shaped their understanding of life and destiny. In many ways, black holes and the concept of white holes are just modern interpretations of ancient questions. We've replaced mythological gods with scientific theories, but the core human urge to understand the unknown remains the same. Black holes may not be Zeus hurling lightning bolts, but they embody our fears and curiosities about the vast and often dark expanse of space. It's fascinating to note how various cultures have mythologized celestial phenomena. For example, in Hindu cosmology, there's the idea of the cyclical nature of the universe: creation, preservation, and destruction. A black hole could be seen as the ultimate destructor, consuming matter in a way that aligns with these ancient beliefs. Meanwhile, the idea of a white hole, if it ever existed, could represent rebirth and renewal, reminiscent of many cultural narratives surrounding the cycle of life and death. C. Misconceptions and ironies. Let's not forget the misconceptions that swirl around these topics, like cosmic dust. Many people, influenced by pop culture, believe that black holes will inevitably suck up our entire galaxy, but that's far from reality. The nearest black hole to Earth, V616 Monocerotis, is more than 3,000 light-years away. So while it's good to keep your eyes peeled for interstellar threats, we're likely safe for now, unless, of course, you consider your in-laws a cosmic threat. White holes, on the other hand, have largely remained in the realm of theoretical physics, and their existence is still a subject of intense debate. Scientists love a good paradox, and the concept of a white hole certainly fits the bill. It's amusing to think about how physicists are still trying to reconcile the fact that for every action or gravity well, there's a theoretical opposite just hanging out in space. It's like the universe's version of the good cop, bad cop routine. Human nature and cosmic curiosity. The human capacity for curiosity has propelled us into some unusual and sometimes absurd endeavors. Consider the Great Pyramids of Giza. Built as tombs for pharaohs, they were also a reflection of humanity's desire to reach for the stars, literally and metaphorically. The ancient Egyptians were obsessed with the afterlife, and their monumental structures mirrored their astronomical observations. In a way, they were building a bridge to the cosmos, hoping to connect with the divine. Fast forward to today, and you'll find that our fascination with the cosmos hasn't waned. We still look up at the night sky and ponder our place in the universe. We launch space missions, send rovers to Mars, and even dream about colonizing other planets. Yet amidst all this technological advancement, we still find ourselves wrestling with the same age-old questions. What is out there? Are we alone? And if black holes exist, does that mean the universe has a giant cosmic vacuum cleaner just waiting for its moment to shine? Connections between past and present. As we navigate the intricate tapestry of history and science, it's clear that the connection between our human experience and the cosmos is profound. From ancient myths to modern theories, the journey has been filled with twists and turns that mirror our own evolution. The fear and fascination we have about black holes and the elusive white holes echo the same existential questions posed by ancient civilizations. In a way, black holes can be seen as the ultimate metaphor for our own uncertainties and fears. The unknown lurking in the dark, waiting to swallow us whole. Meanwhile, the idea of white holes could symbolize hope, renewal, and endless possibilities. The dichotomy between these two cosmic phenomena reflects our own struggles with light and darkness, knowledge and ignorance. And let's face it, human nature has always been a little bit contradictory. We crave knowledge, yet fear what we can't understand. We yearn for connection, yet often feel lost in the vastness of our own existence. The cosmic absurdity. And here we are, in the grand cosmic theater of absurdity. We've gone from primitive stargazing to plotting the mysteries of black holes and white holes. Yet much of our understanding is still rooted in speculation and theory. Humans love to theorize, often to the point where we create entire narratives around concepts that may not even exist. Take the concept of dark matter, for instance. Scientists theorize that it makes up about 27% of the universe. Yet we can't see it, touch it, or even directly measure it. It's like the universe's best-kept secret, cleverly hiding in plain sight. Much like that one friend who claims they have just one more drink, but somehow ends up being the last one standing at the bar. In many ways, exploring the cosmos is like participating in the ultimate scavenger hunt. We're piecing together clues, hoping to unlock the mysteries of existence, while occasionally stumbling upon the cosmic equivalent of a lost sock in the dryer. Sure, we may not have all the answers, but that's part of the adventure, isn't it? Final thoughts for today. As we wrap up this segment of our cosmic journey, let's take a moment to appreciate the humor and absurdity in our quest for knowledge. Whether we're grappling with the terrifying implications of black holes or teasing apart the mysteries of white holes, remember that the universe is a bizarre and wonderful place. As we continue to explore these cosmic wonders, let's keep our minds open and our jokes ready. Because if there's one thing that connects us to the stars, it's our shared human experience of curiosity, wonder, and the occasional chuckle at the universe's grand design. And trust me, the cosmic absurdity doesn't end here. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive deeper into the intricacies of cosmic time travel. Because if there's anything we love more than pondering black holes, it's the idea of hopping through time like it's a Saturday afternoon stroll. Until then, keep looking up, my friends. And remember, the universe is as much about light as it is about shadow. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I can't wait to explore more cosmic curiosities with you soon. What's going on, everyone? Tonight we're diving into the cosmic drama of white holes versus black holes. You might think these celestial entities are just the stuff of sci-fi flicks, where a plucky group of astronauts gets sucked into one and spat out the other side, like some interstellar washing machine. But here's the reality check. While black holes are much more than just cosmic vacuum cleaners, white holes are like your quirky uncle who swears he found a way to break the laws of physics, but never quite gets there. We're exploring what these phenomena could mean and how they fit into our understanding of the universe. Strip away the sci-fi glamour, and the reality? You wouldn't survive a single encounter with either. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into space's mind-bending truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. Alright, get settled in. Maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover what life in the cosmos is truly like. When we think about black holes, the mind conjures images of swirling darkness, where gravity has such a powerful grip that not even light can escape. Historically, the idea of black holes was more speculative than scientific. It was mathematician and philosopher John Michell who, in 1783, first posited the concept of dark stars, objects so massive that their gravitational pull wouldn't allow any light to escape. Imagine the poor guy trying to explain that to a crowd in the 18th century. They probably thought he was just a little too enthusiastic about his physics. Now, as charming as Michel's musings were, they were largely ignored until the 20th century, when Einstein's theory of general relativity laid the groundwork for understanding these cosmic beasts. Fast forward to today, and black holes are practically celebrities in the scientific community, drawing all the attention, while white holes sit in the corner, waiting impatiently for their moment in the spotlight. But are white holes real? Well, that's like asking if unicorns are real. Theoretically, they might exist, but no one has actually seen one, which is a bit of a bummer for those of us who enjoy imagining how they would reshape our understanding of the universe. A white hole is essentially the reverse of a black hole, spewing out matter and energy instead of sucking it in. The irony is they did exist, they would be exceedingly unstable and probably wouldn't stick around long enough for us to enjoy the show. It's like the universe had a brilliant idea for a party but forgot to send out invitations. So what's the connection between these cosmic phenomena and our human nature? Well, the allure of black holes taps into our fascination with the unknown. We're like curious little kids peeking into a dark cave, wondering what goodies or terrors might await us. Humanity has always had this penchant for probing the depths of mystery, whether it's through exploration, science, or even mythology. Remember how, during the Middle Ages, people believed that if you traveled too far, you'd fall off the edge of the earth? Oh, the irony. We had this notion that there was a limit to what we could know, yet here we are, trying to comprehend the vastness of space. Speaking of myths, let's touch on a classic misconception. Many folks are under the impression that black holes are like cosmic vacuum cleaners, sweeping up anything that comes too close. While it's true that they have a voracious appetite, it's not quite that simple. Picture this. You're at a party, and there's a punch bowl in the center of the room. If you stand too close and lean over, the punch will likely splash all over you. But if you keep your distance, you can enjoy the party without dousing yourself in tropical fruit flavors. Black holes operate on a similar principle. They have an event horizon, a point of no return. If you stay outside of that boundary, you're just fine. Unless, of course, you have a compelling reason to get a little too close. And here's where the absurdity kicks in. It turns out that black holes might not even be the end of the line. Some scientists speculate that they could be gateways to other parts of the universe, or even other universes entirely. Imagine that. A cosmic traffic jam, where some poor soul is stuck behind a black hole, trying to figure out the quickest route to the next galaxy over. Sorry folks, I'd take the shortcut, but I just can't seem to find a way around this massive gravitational pit here. Now let's consider how our understanding of these celestial phenomena has evolved. Back in ancient times, people viewed the night sky as a canvas painted with the stories of gods and heroes. The Greeks believed in constellations that told tales of valor and tragedy, while other cultures had their own interpretations of the stars. Fast forward to today, and we've traded myth for math, but the underlying human impulse remains the same. We're still looking up at the stars, trying to unravel the mysteries that lie beyond. As we connect the dots between black and white holes, it's interesting to note that they embody fundamental aspects of our existence: creation and destruction, the light and the dark. The universe seems to thrive on this duality, similar to how our lives are a mix of triumphs and tribulations. The cosmos dances in a delicate balance. The irony is palpable. While we're fawning over the beauty of a sunset and the promise of a new dawn, out there in the void, black holes are busy devouring stars, while white holes are, well, just theoretical wishful thinking. Now, let's pivot to another cultural quirk. In ancient civilizations, the cosmos was often linked to fate and human destiny. The Greeks consulted oracles, while the Babylonians meticulously recorded celestial movements, believing they could predict events on Earth based on the positions of stars. Today, if I told you that your fate was tied to a black hole, you might roll your eyes. Sure, my life is dictated by an invisible cosmic vacuum. Got it. Yet this reflects a broader truth about human nature. We have always sought patterns, connections, and meaning in the chaos of existence. On the scientific side, the misconceptions surrounding black holes often spring from the way they're portrayed in popular media. Movies love a good explosion, and nothing screams excitement like a spaceship getting too close to a black hole and getting stretched into spaghetti. But in reality, black holes are not the glamorous, death-dealing monsters they're made out to be, at least not until you get a little too close. Consider this delightful absurdity. Scientists once thought that black holes might be able to absorb entire galaxies. But the reality is that the universe seems to be expanding faster than we can keep up with, making it unlikely that our humble Milky Way will ever fall into a black hole. It's like being told you can have dessert after dinner, only to find out that dinner is still an eternity away. Talk about cosmic blue balls. Now, while black holes have garnered all the glory, let's not forget that white holes have their cultural moments too, albeit fewer. They evoked images of cosmic fountains, bursting forth with energy and matter, almost like the universe's way of saying, "Look what I can do." But in terms of human experience, the idea of a white hole forces us to confront our interpretations of beginnings and endings. Much like how humans chronically misunderstand the concept of the end, white holes prompt us to ponder what might happen after destruction. Could they represent rebirth, or are they simply a theoretical mirage? Interestingly, the idea of rebirth is a recurring theme across cultures. Think of the phoenix rising from its ashes, or the cyclical nature of the seasons, where death paves the way for life. It's almost as if the universe is nudging us, saying, hey, even in the darkest times, there's a chance for something new. Yet, here we are, grappling with the cosmic jokes it throws our way. Black holes devour, while white holes refuse to show up for the party. As we explore these themes further, let's consider how the human condition remains unchanged throughout history. Whether it's the ancient Greeks who gazed up at the heavens to make sense of their lives, or modern scientists peering into the depths of space for answers, we are all bound by our innate curiosity. It's this insatiable thirst for knowledge that drives us to explore beyond the horizon. And yes, sometimes it leads us to the edge of a black hole. Dark humor alert. The real cosmic joke may be that while we're out there searching for the meaning of life, the universe might just be laughing at our attempts to pin it down. So, where do we go from here? As we look forward to the next segment of our cosmic exploration, consider this. The universe is full of peculiarities that reflect our own nature. The more we learn, the more questions arise. And that's where the magic truly lies. The interplay between black holes and white holes serves as a metaphor for the human experience, full of mysteries, contradictions, and a dash of absurdity. Grab your telescope and your favorite hot beverage, because next we'll dive even deeper into the anomalies of black holes, the theories around them, and what they teach us about the nature of reality itself. But remember, the next time you look up at the night sky, don't just see the stars. See the stories of humanity woven into the fabric of the cosmos, ready to be unraveled with every curious glance. Until then, keep pondering the mysteries of existence and stay curious, my friends. We'll be back with more cosmic shenanigans in the next segment. What's going on, everyone? Tonight, we're diving into the cosmic showdown of the century. White holes versus black holes. Now, before you think this is some sort of celestial wrestling match, let's hit the brakes. Most of us have heard of black holes, those menacing vortexes that gobble up everything in their vicinity, including light. But white holes? Well, they're a bit more mysterious and not as widely discussed. Here's a reality check for you. While black holes are widely accepted as real phenomena in our universe, white holes remain purely theoretical, much like the idea that your cat actually cares about your well-being. We're exploring what these cosmic oddities really are. And trust me, the experience of understanding them is significantly less dramatic than Hollywood would have you believe. Strip away the romanticized version of space travel and the heroic scientists in lab coats, and what you get? A lot of unanswered questions, some bizarre theories, and a reminder that the universe is a big, chaotic mess. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. Alright, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover the cosmic intricacies of black holes and white holes. The basics. What are black holes? Let's start with the party crasher, the black hole. Picture this. A star collapses under its own gravity, compressing its mass into an infinitely small point called a singularity. That's right. The denser it gets, the more warped space-time becomes, creating a gravitational pull so strong that not even light can escape it. Think of it as the universe's ultimate vacuum cleaner. If your vacuum cleaner could also create a mini-universe and had a penchant for devouring anything that came too close. Now, what's truly fascinating is that black holes were first theorized in the early 18th century by the English natural philosopher John Michell, who proposed the existence of dark stars. But it wasn't until Einstein's theory of relativity that the concept gained traction. So yes, if you're ever in a bar trivia competition, remember to tip your hat to Michel, the OG of black holes, even though nobody really took him seriously at the time. It's like being the first person to suggest that maybe, just maybe, cats are secretly plotting against us. Sure, you might be laughed at for your outlandish theory, but one day you could be proven right. Cultural practices and how they relate. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how black holes made their way into popular culture. You've got movies like Interstellar, where they're depicted as gateways to other dimensions, and Event Horizon, which gives us a more horror-driven approach. Let's be real, no one needs that kind of stress when thinking about space. It's interesting how ancient cultures also grappled with the unknown in their own way. For example, in Hindu philosophy, there's the concept of Brahman, which represents the ultimate reality, sometimes likened to a cosmic void. Just imagine ancient sages contemplating the universe while sipping on their herbal tea, unaware that they were hinting at quantum physics centuries before it became a thing. The irony of scientific misconceptions. Speaking of quantum physics, let's chat about one of the biggest myths surrounding black holes, that they just suck everything in and there's no way out. Sure, if you fall inside the event horizon, things don't look good for you. But here's the kicker. Black holes can also emit energy in the form of Hawking radiation. Yes, even black holes can experience a midlife crisis. They actually lose mass and can eventually evaporate over astronomical timescales. So it turns out that black holes aren't just passive cosmic vacuum cleaners. They can also have a flair for the dramatic. Hawking radiation, the theoretical twins. Now, let's pivot to the more enigmatic cousin, the white hole. Imagine a cosmic fountain of energy, spewing out matter and light instead of hungrily devouring it. Sounds like the universe's equivalent of a brunch buffet, right? But here's the twist. White holes are purely speculative, existing mainly in mathematical equations rather than reality. They appear in some solutions to Einstein's field equations, suggesting that if black holes exist, it's theoretically possible for white holes to exist too. Yet, here's the irony. While black holes are eagerly observed and studied, white holes are dismissed by most astrophysicists as mere mathematical curiosities, like that one friend who insists on bringing their pet snake to every party. Fun in theory, but in practice, maybe not so much. The humor of space-time continuum. Now, if we're talking about cosmic absurdities, let's discuss the implications of traveling through a white hole. Theoretically, it could connect distant parts of the universe, potentially leading to wormhole travel. Sounds cool, right? But let's not kid ourselves. We'd probably end up in a parallel universe where cats rule over humans, if only they'd share their treats. I mean, that might not be so bad after all. But joking aside, the concept raises fascinating questions about space-time and the nature of our universe. If you could emerge from a white hole, would you be the cosmic equivalent of a spewed-up piece of spaghetti, tangled and out of place? And speaking of spaghetti, remember the last time you tried to eat it while multitasking? Cosmic chaos, my friends. cosmic chaos. The human element, our nature in the void. Now let's switch gears for a moment and think about humanity's eternal fascination with the stars. Our ancestors looked up at the night sky and saw gods, monsters, and mysteries. Fast forward to today, and we're still trying to make sense of it all, albeit with fancier telescopes and degrees in astrophysics. It's a sobering reminder that while technology has advanced, our innate curiosity remains unchanged. We still seek answers, connect stories, and try to understand our place in the universe, even if that means contemplating whether a white hole could be the universe's way of saying, "Surprise! Welcome to the buffet of existence." Connections between past and present. Interestingly, many ancient cultures had their versions of black and white holes, albeit not with the scientific understanding we possess today. The Greeks imagined a cosmic abyss, while the Egyptians had the concept of duat, the underworld that represented both an ending and a beginning. It's almost poetic when you think of it. Civilizations across time all gazing at the same stars, each trying to make sense of the unfathomable. As we explore these concepts, it's important to recognize how science and mythology often intertwine. Just like today, ancient societies grappled with the unknowns of their universe, creating narratives that helped them understand their reality. And let's be real, if they had Netflix, they'd binge-watch Cosmos just like the rest of us. The absurdity of cosmic existence. Now, let's dig deeper into the absurdities of black and white holes. Picture this. You're zipping through space-time, and suddenly you encounter a black hole. What do? Well, if you're like most of us, you probably scream, "Wee-hee!" until you realize that's probably the last sound you'll ever make. But if you somehow exit through a white hole, you might just find yourself in a reality where the laws of physics take a coffee break. Welcome to the universe's ultimate funhouse ride. But let's not forget the real kicker here. The universe doesn't care about our existence. It's the ultimate cosmic prankster, throwing black holes and white holes into the mix just to keep us scratching our heads. It's as if the universe is saying, "You thought you understood gravity. Hold my beer." Hashtag human nature and cosmic curiosity. Our fascination with black and white holes taps into something deeply human, our need to explore, to question, and to seek meaning in the chaos. Much like those early astronomers who mapped the stars, we are all explorers at heart, yearning for answers to the universe's most profound mysteries. Whether it's through scientific inquiry or the enchanting tales of ancient mythology, we create narratives that help us navigate the uncertainties of existence. Isn't it fascinating how human beings, regardless of the era, grapple with similar questions? Why are we here? What's the nature of reality? And should we really take advice from a talking cat? The future of cosmic exploration. As we look to the future of space exploration, it's worth pondering what we might discover about these cosmic enigmas. Will we ever capture evidence of a white hole? Perhaps, in a few centuries, our understanding of the universe will expand in ways we can't even fathom yet. Or maybe we'll just end up with more questions and a deeper appreciation for the absurdity of it all. And as researchers continue to probe the mysteries of black holes, it serves as a reminder that knowledge is a journey, not a destination. Whether we find black holes or white holes, or even something entirely unexpected, The adventure of exploring the cosmos will continue to ignite our curiosity and fuel our imagination. Closing thoughts for now. So, as we wrap up this segment on black and white holes, it's clear that the universe is a wild, unpredictable place, and that's what makes it so exhilarating. From the ancient myths that sought to explain the night sky, to the cutting-edge science of today, our quest for understanding continues to evolve. But remember, the next time you gaze up at the stars, whether you're marveling at the beauty of the Milky Way or contemplating the absurdity of a potential white hole, just know that you're not alone. Every single person has looked up, wondered, and maybe even laughed at the sheer ridiculousness of it all. And that, my friends, is the true beauty of existence. Stay tuned for more cosmic adventures as we continue to explore the universe's secrets. And remember, the universe might be vast and mysterious, but it also has a sense of humor. You just have to find it among the stars. What's going on, everyone? Tonight, we're diving into the cosmic tug-of-war between black holes and their enigmatic counterparts, white holes. Now, you might think of black holes as those terrifying vacuum cleaners of space, gobbling up everything in their vicinity. But here's the kicker. While black holes are a well-known horror story in the universe, white holes are like the mythical unicorns, attractive concepts that might just be too good to be true. Most people would have you believe that black holes are the ultimate destruction machines, while white holes are their benevolent opposite, spitting out matter instead of sucking everything in. It sounds poetic, doesn't it? A celestial yin and yang. But the reality? You'd probably be better off trying to hula hoop with a black hole than getting cozy with a white one. But first, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history's darker truths, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from and what drew you to this topic. I love hearing from you all. Alright, get settled in, maybe grab a drink, and let's uncover what life was truly like back then. Well, in this case, out there in the vastness of space. Let's start with black holes, because let's face it, they're just more fun. Black holes are formed when massive stars collapse under their own gravity, creating a singularity that literally warps the fabric of space-time. Imagine a trampoline with a bowling ball in the center. The surface dips, and anything nearby, like a marble, is drawn into the gravitational well. It's so intense that not even light can escape. Hence the name black hole. Now, if you think about it, this concept was once pure science fiction. When Albert Einstein first published his theory of general relativity in 1915, few could have anticipated that it would lead to such bizarre predictions, like a region of space where time and space itself break down. It's like Einstein conjured up the ultimate cosmic party trick that nobody wanted to witness. But let's be real for a second. Many of the early scientists thought black holes were nothing more than mathematical oddities that had no place in the real universe. Can you believe that? They were like your skeptical uncle at a family gathering, rolling his eyes at every wild story of UFOs or Bigfoot. Fast forward to today, and we've got images of black holes courtesy of the Event Horizon Telescope. Turns out, Uncle Skeptical was wrong, and not for the first time, I bet. Now, on to white holes. These theoretical constructs are essentially the opposite of black holes. They're predicted to spill out matter and energy rather than suck it in. But here's the catch. No one has ever observed a white hole, which makes them the universe's favorite hypothetical party guest. Everyone talks about them, but no one's ever seen them crash the bash. The concept was first introduced in the context of Einstein's general relativity, but it wasn't until the 1970s that physicist John Archibald Wheeler coined the term white hole. He was probably sitting in a lab one day, thinking, what if we had a cosmic fountain of youth? Because that's essentially what white holes would be. An endless supply of matter and energy, potentially even linked to black holes through wormholes. Just imagine a backdoor exit from a black hole that leads to a vibrant new cosmos. Sounds like the ultimate escape plan from that awkward family gathering, right? But let's step back a moment to consider the absurdity of these ideas in our historical context. In many ancient cultures, the cosmos was often viewed through a mythological lens. The Greeks had their tales of chaos and celestial beings, while in other societies, stars represented gods or mythological heroes. Fast forward to today, and we're left with scientists spinning tales of black and white holes. And what do? We name them after Einstein, just as we once named gods after celestial bodies. No pressure, right? Speaking of myths, let's bust a few misconceptions surrounding these cosmic phenomena. First off, many people believe that a black hole is like a cosmic vacuum, sucking everything up like your neighbor's obnoxious leaf blower with a vendetta against your yard. In reality, black holes aren't omnipresent. You need to be pretty close to feel their gravitational grip. If our sun were to turn into a black hole, which it won't, thankfully, because it's not massive enough, Earth wouldn't suddenly get sucked in. Nope, we'd just keep spinning happily along, completely unaware of our new cosmic neighbor. On the flip side, white holes are often romanticized as gateways to another universe, a mystical portal where all is bright and whimsical. But here's a fun little wrinkle. The laws of thermodynamics suggest that such phenomena would violate the principle of causality. In simpler terms, white holes are like the teenage dream of a bottomless pizza party. Wonderful in theory, but impossible in practice. Culturally, this reflects our innate desire for infinite possibilities and escape routes. If only life had a white hole to bail us out of our darkest moments, right? Sadly, it seems the universe enjoys a good cosmic joke as much as we do, with black holes representing the harsh reality of existence. You can plan all you want, but sometimes reality just sucks, just like a black hole. But if we dig deeper into the human psyche, we discover that our fascination with these celestial anomalies reveals much about our nature. Throughout history, humans have looked to the stars for answers. From ancient navigators who depended on them for guidance, to modern scientists deciphering the universe's secrets, we're genetically predisposed to explore, to question, to seek knowledge, much like a curious toddler who just discovered the joys of pushing buttons. Interestingly, the fear and fascination with black holes also mirror our more terrestrial anxieties. Black holes symbolize the unknown, the ultimate end of life, the void, the ineffable darkness we all ponder at some point. And in contrast, the theoretical brightness of white holes represents our desire to find hope, light, and new beginnings when faced with life's proverbial black holes. But let's pivot back to science. As we've explored these phenomena, it's also important to acknowledge the historical context that frames our understanding. Many ancient cultures had their own interpretations of cosmic forces. For example, the Mayans were obsessed with the cycles of the moon and stars, believing that celestial patterns dictated earthly events. In their worldview, every eclipse was a cosmic black hole moment, casting a shadow over their lives, while the return of the brighter stars marked renewal. In many ways, they were early cosmic detectives, collecting data and weaving narratives that would eventually converge with modern astrophysics. Imagine their surprise if they could see our telescopes today, and the fact that we're still piecing together the puzzle. Now hold on to your seats, because we're about to get a little cheeky here. Remember the idea of a black hole being a cosmic vacuum? Well, let's just say that scientifically speaking, the universe has a wicked sense of humor. The equation for black holes could be seen as a recipe for disaster. Take one massive star, tossing some gravity, and voila, you have a cosmic devourer. It's like the universe is saying, "Hey, I see you having a good time. Let's throw in a black hole for fun." And white holes? They're more like that elusive friend who promises free pizza but never shows up. If they existed, they could theoretically act as a bridge to another universe, or even offer a glimpse of the Big Bang. However, since they've never been observed, we're left waiting for that pizza that might not even be on the menu. Is it any wonder that scientists often toss around hypotheses like kids trading baseball cards? Now, here's a thought. What if black and white holes are a metaphor for our everyday experiences? Life has its black holes, those crushing moments when things fall apart, leaving us feeling lost in a cosmic void. Conversely, we all seek out those white hole experiences, the moments of serendipity when everything aligns perfectly and we feel like we're on top of the world. In this strange cosmic narrative, we find connections between our ancient ancestors and our modern lives. The myths they spun around stars and celestial bodies were attempts to make sense of their world, much like how we use science to frame our understanding today. The dialogue hasn't changed, it's merely evolved. As we wrap our heads around these cosmic curiosities, let's take a moment to appreciate the delightful irony of it all. Here we are, humans, tiny specks in an unfathomably vast universe, grappling with the idea that there are regions of space where the very fabric of reality breaks down. It's almost poetic, isn't it? We've gone from believing the Earth was flat to contemplating black holes and white holes, the ultimate cosmic roller coaster ride. Yet, as we explore these mysteries, one thing remains clear. Humankind's thirst for knowledge is unquenchable. So here's to the black holes that remind us of life's challenges and the white holes that embody our aspirations. They're both part of this cosmic dance, and understanding them is just another chapter in the never-ending story of human curiosity. Before we continue, let's take a moment to acknowledge how this cosmic narrative connects us to our past and shapes our future. Our ancestors looked to the stars for guidance. Now, we're reaching for the cosmos with probes and telescopes, trying to uncover the secrets of existence. And who knows, maybe one day we'll find a real white hole, or at least an explanation for why our pizzas always arrive cold. Now that we've explored the cosmic implications of these phenomena, it's time to pivot and take a closer look at how black holes and white holes reflect our understanding of time itself. In the realm of black holes, time behaves in the most peculiar ways. When you get close to the event horizon of a black hole, time slows down dramatically, thanks to gravitational time dilation. So if you were to hover near a black hole, you could theoretically age slower than your friends back on Earth. It's like finding a cheat code for aging. Talk about an unfair advantage. But don't get too excited. The price of admission is pretty steep, and you might not make it out alive. Conversely, the concept of white holes draws us into the realm of time's potential reversibility. If a black hole is a cosmic trap, then a white hole would be its escape hatch. Imagine a black hole devouring matter, only for a white hole to spit it back out into another part of the universe. It's almost like a cosmic recycling program, ensuring that nothing ever truly disappears, just re-emerges elsewhere. If only we could apply that logic to our old relationships, right? This inherent absurdity of time and existence showcases how intertwined human nature is with cosmic phenomena. Our quest for understanding transcends the boundaries of our own lives, echoing through the ages as we grapple with existence, time, and the universe's mysteries. As we venture deeper into this cosmic narrative, it's also crucial to recognize the role of collaboration in scientific discovery. The study of black and white holes involves a myriad of disciplines, from physics to philosophy. It's a collaborative dance of minds, much like the artists and thinkers of the Renaissance, who sought to unify art and science. In a way, black holes and white holes are an apt metaphor for human relationships. They can draw us in, consume us, and sometimes they can even spit us out, often leaving us feeling disoriented. But through collaboration, exploration, and a little humor, we can navigate the more profound mysteries of existence, forging connections that bind us together across time and space. And on that note, let's take a step back and appreciate the absurdity that we as a species find ourselves pondering such grand concepts. Think about it. We went from trying to figure out how to farm and avoid saber-toothed tigers to theorizing about celestial bodies that could collapse the universe. It's almost as if the universe has a sense of humor, watching as we stumble through our cosmic questions, like a toddler trying to figure out which end of a spoon to eat with. As we inch closer to the end of this cosmic exploration, I encourage you to reflect on the lessons we've gleaned from black holes and white holes. They embody life's challenges and opportunities, the dance of light and darkness, and the eternal search for answers that have driven humanity for millennia. So here's the cosmic takeaway. Black holes might teach us that sometimes life sucks, but white holes remind us that new beginnings are always possible. The journey between these two extremes, filled with humor, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace the unknown, is what makes our human experience so wonderfully complex. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to consider what the future might hold in our understanding of these cosmic wonders. As technology advances, we're inching closer to uncovering the secrets of the universe. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll find a way to harness the power of black holes, or even glimpse a white hole in action. Though I wouldn't count on getting that pizza anytime soon. As we've seen throughout history, the pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey, one that connects us across time and space. Black holes and white holes serve as both a metaphor and a reminder that our quest for understanding is woven into the very fabric of our existence. So the next time you gaze up at the night sky, remember that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Who knows what cosmic surprises are out there, lurking just beyond our current understanding. Let's keep exploring, questioning, and laughing along the way, because in the grand tapestry of existence, laughter might just be the most precious thread of all. And with that, let's continue our exploration of the cosmos and the absurdity that life has to offer. Stay curious, my friends. As we wrap up our cosmic journey through the mind-boggling realms of black holes and white holes, let's take a moment to reflect on a few final thoughts. We've danced around the idea of these celestial anomalies, exploring their mysterious nature and the profound implications they have, not just for astrophysics, but for our understanding of existence itself. Now, black holes, those notorious vacuum cleaners of the universe, are infamous for swallowing everything in their gravitational grip. And let's be real, if you ever happen to find yourself near one, the chances of you walking away with your atoms intact are about as good as finding a needle in a galactic haystack. But on the flip side, we've got the elusive white holes, these theoretical cosmic fountains, which, if they exist, would spew out matter and energy rather than absorb it, are like the universe's way of saying, hey, I'm not all doom and gloom. It's as if the cosmos is playing a cosmic game of whack-a-mole, where one moment you're dodging black holes, and the next, you're being showered with particles from a white hole. But let's not forget that white holes remain in the realm of hypothesis. They sit in the uncomfortable chair at the cosmic dinner table, awkwardly nodding while everyone else talks about their black hole adventures. Yet it's this very uncertainty that makes them so fascinating. The idea that there could be areas in the universe where everything we know about physics gets flipped upside down is thrilling, isn't it? Now, what's truly interesting is how these concepts resonate with our everyday lives. Think about it. Black holes can symbolize the challenges and struggles we face. They act as those moments where it feels like the universe is sucking everything out of us. Our energy, motivation, or even our sanity. We've all had our share of black hole days, right? When you wake up and feel like you've been dragged through a cosmic void, only to find that your coffee maker is also on strike. But just like in the universe, after the darkest moments, we often find hope and renewal. much like the elusive white hole that represents potential, creativity, and new beginnings. This brings us to a profound observation about human nature. We are inherently resilient. Just like the universe that continues to expand and evolve despite its black holes, we too have an incredible ability to adapt and find light in the darkness. Think of your personal challenges as those cosmic black holes. They might seem daunting, but they can also lead to unexpected transformations. Maybe you faced a career setback only to land an even better opportunity down the line. Or perhaps a difficult breakup led you to discover new passions and friendships you never imagined. In a way, life is a series of black holes and white holes, one big cosmic roller coaster. We can't always control which experiences we'll encounter, but we can certainly control how we respond to them. The key is to embrace the chaos and uncertainty of existence, recognizing that both the black and white holes play pivotal roles in our life's tapestry. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Scientists theorize that, in a way, black holes could be connected to white holes through wormholes, those hypothetical shortcuts through space-time. Imagine if our lives, too, had hidden pathways that connected our struggles directly to our triumphs. The black holes of failure could directly lead us to the white holes of success. If only it were that simple, right? But maybe the real lesson lies in the journey itself, the experiences we accumulate, and the growth that occurs along the way. As we consider the vastness of space and our place within it, we can't help but be humbled by our smallness. Yet in that smallness lies an incredible potential. Just as those swirling galaxies spin gracefully around their black holes, we too can find rhythm in our lives, navigating through the gravity of challenges while seeking out the light ahead. It serves as a reminder that despite the enormity of the universe, each of us plays a unique role in the grand cosmic narrative. So, what do we take away from all of this? Well, it's all about perspective. Whether you're staring into the abyss of a black hole or contemplating the possibility of a white hole, the universe is constantly teaching us about balance. Life is filled with its own gravitational pulls, and it's up to us to find equilibrium amidst the chaos. It's also worth noting that science is an ever-evolving field. Just a few decades ago, the concept of black holes was still largely theoretical. Who knows what revelations lie ahead regarding white holes or alternate theories about black holes? We might find ourselves bumping into new cosmic wonders that challenge our perceptions even further. So, let's stay curious. Let's keep asking questions and seeking answers, even if those answers lead us into the unknown. Now, as we conclude this cosmic exploration, let's take a moment to appreciate the absurdity of it all. The universe can feel like a cosmic joke sometimes. The very forces that govern our lives can be as baffling as they are beautiful. So while you're trying to navigate your own black holes, don't forget to keep an eye out for those white holes of opportunity, creativity, and joy. To sum it up, whether we're talking about the mysteries of black holes or the theoretical nature of white holes, we're reminded that existence is a delicate interplay of darkness and light. It's a cosmic dance that persists despite the uncertainties and challenges we face. Let's embrace that dance, shall we? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the depths of the universe. If you've enjoyed our exploration of black holes and white holes, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how these cosmic concepts resonate with your own experiences. Until next time, keep looking up. There's a whole universe out there just waiting to be discovered.